Hi, happy Monday. Just yesterday we got our new moon in Taurus, changing the cycle that we were in. And as I usually do, I explore this change of energy and I also go deep enough to understand what might be the main themes and especially how we can use it, right, for ourselves, for our own personal and spiritual growth. And I think what came through it's very special. The reason why I'm saying this is because I know that many of us, especially right now, really feel like an urgency to connect with their deeper purpose and to really bring their gifts to light, right? This is also a time that definitely asks for this kind of change. We cannot just be happy to wing it, right? I know that many of the people that I connect with, many of my clients are really looking for deeper healing and especially for connecting with their purpose and find direction and also have the courage to follow the direction. So this being said, the light beings that I channel gave me two main themes. And of course, I kind of take them and meditate on it a little bit so that I can expand and feel all the deeper layers and bring it back to you in the best way possible. It's a little bit like playing with Chinese boxes, honestly, because they give me something and then I have to go in and kind of unpack the deeper meanings. But I know that this will be helpful because I could see already this message or these themes at play for myself. And that's when I was like, okay, wow, there is something very important here. So this is why I'm here sharing it with you. The first message is open your heart portal. We need to open that. Yes, our heart is a portal to our soul that contains, right, the deeper meaning of our life journey. And it's also a portal to our healing and to the healing of the people that are connected to us, whether they are in body or in spirit, doesn't really matter, far and wide, right? Anything that we do for ourselves and to heal ourselves, we actually help heal everyone that is connected to us. And for most people on earth, in a way or another, or to different degrees, there is something that is definitely blocking the flow, right? The connection to the heart, and that is fear. And so the question that the masters shared is, when you recognize that fear is in the way, ask yourself, what do I need to do to release the fear? And here I want to expand a little to remind you that it's not enough to understand something intellectually. Maybe intellectually you get what I'm saying, right? That the heart is a portal. But what is the portal, right? And what heart are we talking about? Definitely not just the physical heart, although, it's right there for a reason. I'm talking about the energetic heart that is at the core of our soul and at the core of our journey, right? So it's important to understand that when we think about things, yes, it's good, right? Because we can meditate on it, we can move energy with our thoughts, and we can definitely begin to make changes when we understand them intellectually. But here we're talking about going in and through the deeper layer, right? We're talking about doing. So there is a big difference, and the important message is that the action that you are called to take or called to envision before you take is actually an action that can counteract what you've been building so far, what you've been doing so far, right? Because we have habits of thoughts, we have habits of actions, and many times we're not at all aware of it. But also that's where the fear hides, right? and we don't see it maybe right away that it's there. And if we keep on doing the same actions, then basically, as we know, we're going to get the same results. So they are inviting us to go the deeper layer and ask ourselves, what is the action that will help me release this fear, whatever fear that is. And usually it's an action that counteracts the fear itself. So if I'm afraid of being heard, I have to speak up louder. I have to have the conviction of my own thoughts and needs and respect them so much that I can speak them out loud. I hope this makes sense. In fact, the second part of this message was really related to fear itself. And it said, fear is making you comfortable and is making you rely on your false sense of self. We are going, again, one layer deeper here. But think about this. Every human experiences some form of fear, whether they are aware of it or not. And not only that, we also come with a baggage of, lessons and fears as well that we have to overcome, that we have to transmute, whether we believe in reincarnation or not. So now, this being said, I want to specify this because I don't want you to think that, because I experience fear, then there's something wrong with me. There are so many reasons why we might hold fear in our hearts and for the most part maybe not know it. But here is where this new moon in Taurus can really come in and help us, because the themes of, or the energy, right, that Taurus brings forth is an energy of indulgence, of looking for the things that please us. And as humans, right, when something is not quite right, we tend to cope with mechanisms that are not always that good, right? We maybe rely on food or on sex or on shopping or on external validation of something, or maybe buying beautiful things that make us feel better. And of course, there is nothing wrong with that as long as it's done in moderation and it's done in awareness. Because we also know that deprivation is definitely not good either, right? We don't want to deprive ourselves of something that is calling us, an experience, right? Or maybe a food that we are craving. There is, like some form of nourishing that comes out of that. But what we want to be aware of is that it can turn into a sort of a superficial soothing, right? And it will keep us then in that superficial sense of self. So how about we take these impulses, these needs, these desires to go deeper and look at what is the real need here that maybe I'm not listening to, that maybe I have turned my back to like too many times. And if we are able to identify that deeper fear, maybe we need connection, maybe we need forgiveness, maybe we need to forgive, maybe we need to just give ourselves the grace of knowing that our mission is important to us. Our project is important to us. Whatever that is something that we really care and we want to take it to heart. And letting those fear kind of envelop, right? The deeper layer will not take us to the best that we can be, to the most that we can give, and to the impact that a lot of us are really looking forward to share, right? And to bring to the world. So I'm here if you have any questions. I know that there is a lot of pieces, and usually what happens is that I keep on reflecting on these themes throughout the next weeks, and as you do that, you will feel clearer, and I know that the energy will come to you to help you open your heart and connect with the deeper reason why you're here and to bring your mission forward.